My sergeant forced me to lie under oath, and I've kept that secret for 15 years. I was a private first class at Fort Hood in 2010 when our platoon got into a serious vehicle accident during a training convoy. Our squad was riding in a Humvee when Staff Sergeant Garrett, who was driving, ran a stop sign on base and T-boned another vehicle. The impact was brutal. Specialist Amy Foster, who was in the other vehicle, broke her collarbone and 3 ribs. She was rushed to the hospital and ended up needing surgery. The driver of her vehicle, Corporal Brandon Lewis, got a bad concussion. The whole thing happened because Garrett was texting his wife while driving. I was sitting right behind him in the Humvee. I saw the whole thing. His phone was in his lap, he was looking down, and he blew straight through that stop sign at 40 miles per hour. 2 days after the accident, Criminal Investigation Command opened a formal investigation. This was serious because Amy's injuries were bad and her medical bills were piling up. The Army needed to know what happened. I got called into an office for my witness statement. Before I went in, Garrett pulled me aside in the hallway. "Listen, Ryan," he said quietly. "I know what you saw, but if you tell them I was on my phone, my career is over. I've got 15 years in. My wife just had our second kid. I'll lose my pension, everything." I was 20 years old. He was my squad leader. I didn't know what to say. "You tell them the other vehicle ran the stop sign," he continued. "You were looking out your window. You saw them roll through it. That's what happened. You understand me?" "But Sergeant, that's not true. Amy's driver had the right of way." He stepped closer. "Private First Class Ryan Mitchell, are you refusing to follow my instructions?" My heart was pounding. In the Army, you don't disobey direct orders from your NCO, but this felt wrong. "Sergeant, they're going to investigate. They'll find out. They won't find anything if everyone tells the same story, and everyone is telling the same story. You're the last interview. Don't mess this up." I walked into that room shaking. A CID agent and a captain from the JAG office were waiting. They swore me in, put my hand on the Bible, made me promise to tell the whole truth. Then they asked what I saw. I lied, told them exactly what Garrett ordered me to say. Said I was looking out my window and saw the other Humvee roll through the stop sign. Said our driver couldn't have avoided it. The captain asked me 3 times if I was sure. Each time I said yes, I felt sicker. They closed the investigation 2 weeks later, ruled it as the other driver's fault. Brandon got an Article 15 for reckless driving even though he didn't do anything wrong. Amy's medical bills got complicated because the Army said she was partially responsible. Garrett got promoted to Sergeant First Class 6 months later. I got out of the Army in 2012. That lie has followed me everywhere. I see Amy's face every time someone talks about doing the right thing. I think about Brandon losing rank over something he didn't do. Last year, I found Amy on social media. She posted about chronic pain from that accident, how she still deals with it 15 years later. She mentioned how unfair it was that the investigation blamed her driver. I've written her messages 100 times explaining what really happened. I've never sent any of them. Garrett retired in 2018 with full benefits. Posted pictures of his retirement ceremony on Facebook. Everyone calling him a great leader and man of integrity. I'm married now with kids of my own, got a good job, normal life, but that lie sits in my chest like a weight I can't put down. My wife asked me once why I never talk about my time in the Army. How do I explain that I committed perjury to protect someone who didn't deserve it? That I let 2 innocent people take the blame while I stayed quiet? 15 years later and I still can't look at a Bible without feeling sick.